What is going on, guys? This is Ben Brewster, triathletics.com. This is the standing ankle roll series. So we're working on restoring active control or strengthening, however you want to think of it, ankle inversion and eversion. So either in just the affected ankle if you've suffered an ankle sprain or you're just struggling in that one area, or in both ankles if we've notified you on your assessment for both ankles. So the point of this is, again, we're just trying to feel that range of motion, and then we're going to add load to that range of motion. The first progression is just standing ankle rolls without any sort of band, any sort of resistance. You're just going to stand shoulder width apart, and just like Devin's showing here, turn those toes in, turn the inside of the foot in as far as you can. That's eversion. And then we're going to turn out as far as we can into inversion. And so we're just feeling that joint through its entire range of motion actively. Again, there's no load on this, so this should be pretty easy. Hit 5, 10, 15, 20 reps of that, and then we're going to move on to the band ankle rolls. So all we're doing here is we're going to load eversion first, and then we're going to load inversion first. This is particularly important, even if you aren't rehabbing an ankle sprain right now, but you're limited in this range and you had an ankle sprain years ago, or you're just limited for whatever reason. Maybe you played with high top shoes, whatever the case may be. This is going to help restore function and balance to the joint. So you're going to get out to where you have a decent amount of resistance on the band. You can use a 1-inch thick band all the way up to an 1.5 inch or 2-inch thick band. The point really is how far you go out and how much resistance you get on the band. So you're going to get enough to where 10 to 15 reps is pretty fatiguing. And again, from here it's the exact same motion. We're just turning in, turning out. And so you're going to feel that outside of the shin turn on from this position. And that's all it is. From there, he's going to flip around, work the same ankle. Now we're working into inversion. Again, turning that foot in, turning that foot out. Okay, again, if you have a problem on both ankles, you would do both sides in both directions. A progression from here, if you feel like you kind of mastered that, you can actually work with a little bit of hip flexion now. So you can almost get into that stride phase where you'd be, and then from here we can work the same thing. Active eversion, then flip around, active inversion. So one more modification that you can add to this exercise, if this is the front foot that you're having the issue with, and that front foot is starting to roll out on you, or you're finding it difficult to brace that front leg, you can actually train that eversion and inversion in a little bit of plantar flexion. So instead of doing it just in a shoulder width position, you can get in a split stance, basically get on as though you're at landing position, and from here you're going to just work on the rolls, inversion, eversion. The only difference here is that you'll notice he's in plantar flexion, which is the specific joint angle that you're going to be at landing. So you have to be able to screw into eversion into landing, versus right here it's not exactly the same joint angle. So that's really the only caveat to this video, is on the front leg, if that's the issue, do it with a split stance in this position.